another edition of Appeal to Judge Veal. You know what? Why is it that we're always trying to get something for nothing? You know, we want to get the cheapest this, the cheapest that. Well, what do you do when you have an expensive car and it goes out, it needs work? Should you take it back to the dealer or can you take it to the local mechanic? Well, this is a case where we're going to let you see what happened, where a guy decided to take it to the local mechanic and he ended up taking it to the dealer. So, how you doing today?
How doing? Great, Your Honor. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Now, you're the one that called the show.
Yes.
And Mr. Price, I had your name on,
Yes,
on
Your
the
Honor.
documents.
That's correct.
And you took your car to the local mechanic.
Unfortunately, yes, I did.
Tell me what happened.
Well, I have a Mercedes Benz, and it's a little expensive to keep up. And there's a local mechanic that's kind of reputable, or so I thought. And I was trying to save some money and cut some corners. I ended up getting in touch with him, trying to get my brakes done, only to discover I was just really inconveniencing myself and ended up costing more money than I was trying to save. So I said I was great, but I'm really a little behind, and I'm a little upset about that. But that's where we're at right now.
Well, you're a little disappointed. Am I correct?
I was let down a little bit. I thought he was a stand-up guy, but we're here now.
Okay.
Ubers later, Lyft rides later, bus and train and favors later, and my car still isn't working.
Okay. Well, let me talk to him. Let's see what happens. How you doing, Mr. Sylvester?
You got to excuse me if I'm a little nervous. The last time I saw the judge is when I was late on my child support payments. I'm not used to the courtroom that often. How you doing, Judge?
I'm doing fine, but, okay, so we got someone complaining about the car, and you're admitting that you have a history of not paying the child support. So let's see what kind of person you are.
I'm a great person. The only person that complain about me is my ex-wife and my ex-girl.
Well,
if they ain't exes, see, he got the BENZ. He's supposed to have the ends. Now, he came to me with his car.
Okay.
And I know how to fix cars now. This is all I do. I don't work, Judge. I live off fixing cars.
Well, that is your work, though, isn't it?
This is my job.
Okay, that's your work. Well, then what happened when he said there were some brake issues?
First of all, the man don't even know his brake from his caliper to his rotor. I had to dissect, to inspect, and it was so much going on with the BENZ. The guy with the ends, Mr. Price, he didn't know what was going on. He told me it's going to be a simple job.
But you are the mechanic, so you should have known what the problem was. He didn't say that.
But Judge, I got 30 pretty women that want me to fix their car. You want me to bump him to the front of the line? I got him in line.
But you told him, how long did you tell him it was going to take?
Well, you know, Judge, sometimes, when you're trying to get a customer, like McDonald's say, they going to get your food fast. But sometimes you got to wait 10, 15 minutes. It depends if we ran out of nuggets. And so I told him what I thought he wanted to hear because I thought he had the ends. He had the BENZ. I wanted that money.
And so did you take a down payment from him?
He gave me a something, I forgot what it was. I wrote it on my hand that day, but I sweated it off my hand.
Well, we're glad you wash your hands, right?
I wash them a couple times a day. I got that orange stuff you squeeze on your hand. All that good alley mechanics use that.
Alley mechanics? That's what you are?
Top of the line.
You sound like a jackleg to me.
What's a jackleg, Judge?
You sound like a jackleg. I don't know if you know what you're doing. I mean, you take the man's car, but you got all these women. So what'd you do? And how did you put them in front of him?
What would you do, Judge? I mean, if you was me.
I'm not a jackleg mechanic. If he came to me and I told him it would be 3 or 4 days, it'd be 3 or 4 days. But he's saying that he had to take Lyfts and Ubers and other forms of transportation because you didn't do what you were supposed to do.
I would have gave the man a ride if he'd have called me. He never called for a ride. I didn't know what he was doing. I got my own life. I got to fix
I just wanted my vehicle
back.
He
said he wanted his vehicle fixed. Did you ever fix
Hey,
the
he
vehicle?
came back on the day. I promise you, Judge, I had woke up with the intent to fix this man's car today, and the man called me upset. He had the nerve to be upset at the finest alley mechanic on the west side. I grew up doing Bishop Don Magic Wand car. That's why he told me the honeys and the money. See, he ain't no honey, and he got half the money.
I'm seeking my damages for this
You know,
inconvenience.
wait a minute. You know, if you can, wait a minute. Let me tell you one thing. If you can do Don Juan's car, you could do his car. Cause see, he wouldn't put up with that crap.
My money
No,
was ready.
I didn't say I couldn't do his car. I said I didn't do
I
his
had
car.
my money ready.
You didn't say he wasn't gonna pay. Why didn't you just tell me why you didn't fix the man's car?
Well,
was
why-
it because the women you preferred to do them? You got more money from them because they didn't know what they were doing, and
Be
they just give
truthful.
you a car and tell you to fix. Why didn't you fix the man's car? Just
Be
answer
truthful,
the
Mr.
question.
Sylvester.
Well, I said I was gonna fix his car. It wasn't about me not going to fix his car. He wanted his car fixed right now. Right now. I
That's
don't
what
work
you
like
agreed
that.
to. You agreed to.
I was just saying whatever you wanted to hear, man. I was trying to get up out of there. I had some business to handle. You said, "Can you fix my car today?" I said, "Sure." I didn't say yes. We didn't sign no contracts.
Well, you asked for a
now
deposit.
you got me back
But
in
you
front
asked
of the
for a
judge.
deposit.
But you know what? Wait, you just admitted to an oral contract.
An oral
Yeah, oral. It
contract.
doesn't have to be written all the time.
Since
you
when?
just said you told him yeah.
Wait, that's a contract,
Yeah,
Judge?
that's a contract.
So all I got to do is say yes, and it's a binding contract.
If you agree to do something, yes.
I ain't know that.
Well, you know it now.
I ain't know that.
You know
Can I
now.
be penalized for what I didn't know?
Uh-huh. Because you're supposed to know the law when you call yourself being in business. And that's what you said you were doing. You were in the business of fixing cars.
Top of the line mechanic.
Fixing cars. You know, have you seen him? Well, you know what? I ain't even going to deal with that. That don't even make any sense. So, what have you damaged? What have you incurred? You know,
I had to send the car to the actual dealership, which charged me a little over $2,000.
so you sent it back to the Mercedes dealership?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Judge Veal. And besides that, the extra money I spent on Ubers, lifts, and favors, and commuting to work and from, I feel they should be adjusted somehow. If I can get some type of
Where you gonna get that money from?
relief, well, from you, Mr.
Relief?
Sylvester.
Wait a minute.
You caused all this inconvenience.
Because I'm going to tell you where you're going to get the money from. I'm going to tell you where you're going to get the money from. You're going to get it from your bank account or that money that you had up under your bed.
You been under my bed, Judge?
That's that money that you had up under your bed. Now, tell me approximately how much money, I know you don't have the receipts and everything with you, do you?
No, ma'am. No, Your Honor, I
But
don't.
how much, in this period of time, how much money do you think you've expended outside of the $2,000?
Slightly in excess of about approximately $2,400.
So another $400.
Yes, Your Honor. That's
That
correct.
sounds reasonable to me.
My daddy always told me as long as I owe you, you'll never be broke. So he didn't give me $2,400. How I owe him $2,400, Judge? The man never gave me $2,400. How do I owe him $2,400?
Because you know what? You just told me. You said that you would fix his car.
He didn't let me. He came
You know?
and got the car.
Now, I didn't say that you would owe him the whole $2,400. Well, I just asked him how much money was he out. Outside of the $2,000, what else was he out of? You know?
I'm just listening. I'm not good at court, lawyers, judges, contracts.
Well, you should be. You are in child support. You're in child support.
They forced me to go, Judge. I wasn't gonna go. I got stopped for a traffic ticket, and they told me I had to go to court.
Are they telling me that I have is there a call? Is there a caller waiting? Oh, Jesus, there's a caller waiting. I'd rather listen to the caller right now. Caller?
Hey, Judge Veal, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
This is Gus. I used to work for old Sylvester over there off Home and West Side alley mechanic there. I used to work for him. And,
God, what happened?
I did about three, 4 cars. I took a transmission down and put it together for him, and he never paid me. And so I know what type of business he do on the west side of Chicago. He's not a upright man, and I think he might have a habit. You know, he's always
I'm not
got
surprised.
cigarettes in his ear and always smoking. And you know, one time he put windshield wiper fluid in the gas tank. You know, he thought it was gas. You know, like he gets so drunk he don't know what he's doing. Sometimes, to be honest, Judge Bill. So I would just advise anybody that has hit my sound of the voice on the west side of Chicago that don't mess with Sylvester and Mr. Price. I'm sorry that happened to you. And Judge Veal, I'm pretty sure you're going to make it right with them.
Okay, thanks a lot, caller. So,
all right.
You know what? You don't have too good of a reputation, huh?
I don't even know who that was. Now listen, I drink sometimes, Judge. Don't you get a drink sometimes, Judge? And
we ain't worried about what I do.
And I don't got to punch a clock or sit in the office. So if I want to, be in the bump, and that's gonna help me on what I'm doing. I don't see why this man calling talking about I ain't pay him. I don't know who that is. You know him?
I didn't.
He could just be saying anything.
He just said that he used to work with you, but that's your reputation over there in the community. It's not as great as you think he is, or even as great as Mr. Price thought he was. You might do good work when you do it, but it seems to me like you don't do it. And I don't think you respect people's their value, the value that they bring to your business. I don't think you respect. You certainly don't respect this court. Don't go to court and then keep your hat on and keep cigarettes in your mouth and keep cigarettes in your head. That automatically shows that you are not a respectable person.
I'm just a little nervous.
When you go to court, I'm telling the audience, when you go to court, you should be presentable. Be presentable. Don't be wearing your hat. Don't be smoking. Don't do that kind of stuff. Dress appropriately. I'm
gonna fix it, Jill. I'm gonna fix it. Just like I fix cars. I fixed it for you. That hat is off.
You didn't fix that for me. You fixed that for you. But I'm gonna tell you how we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. He was gonna have to expend $2,000 to get his car fixed anyway, one way or the other. Okay, but all the other extraneous money that he had to pay, you gonna pay that. The average cost for fixing his car at the BENZ place was $2,000. He was either going to give you the $2,000 or the BENZ place. Well, he was going to give you a little less. But that, or, what I don't know, and that's not here for me to decide, if you did any damage to the car to make it exceed to go up to the $2,000. But, he was going to have to pay for the car to get fixed anyway. That's probably
the car is taken all apart. The car is was taken apart, not put back together. It's going to be a puzzle, a job for the actual dealer. I try to save a few dollars. I end up losing.
Yeah.
I'm a street guy, but I try to go professional because obviously I'm trying to stop the violence.
Yeah.
Normally we would have handled this matter out in the street, but obviously he has a habit of some sort, and I don't want to hurt the guy.
No, and you shouldn't. Just leave it alone. So it's my recommendation is that you pay him $500.
Five.
You owe him $500.
Five.
And I tell you what, if you don't pay him, we'll make sure that we get the money from you from some way or another.
Uh-oh.
So, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Don't go around swindling people. If you can't do the job, don't take the job. And just because somebody, you get, the reputation, this is a good mechanic in the neighborhood, you might end up losing. Because you need to go to a reputable place. You may even you're going to lose your warranty, because if you don't take it back to the shop where you purchased it from, the dealer, you're going to lose that warranty by taking it to a jackleg. So don't do that. Take your car to a reputable dealer where you purchased the car. And that's what we're going to do today. I know that he's mad at me and he thinks that he's not going to pay that $500, but we're going to make sure that Mr. Price gets his $500.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And that's what we decided to do today on Appeal to Judge Veal.
Nah. Y'all know how we is as people, right? Y'all my people, right? We don't like no courtrooms, no judges, no polices. And this lady coming here, I try to hit her with woo wop the bam, you know what I'm saying? I try to hit her with that, you know what I'm saying? That pimp snooky, because I did this cop back in the day, and she wouldn't go for it. I'm really disappointed in Judge Veal. I didn't know that when I came today, I was gonna have to peel. This man over here talking about I'm trying to steal when I was just trying to keep it real. He the one went to the alley mechanic. Y'all know how this goes, y'all. I be on Homeland and Western. I don't know no Gus. I don't know nothing about this guy taking the bus. I don't know why he was in a rush. If he'd have gave me a day or two, I would have had his car looking like a star. He the man with the BENZ. He's supposed to have the ends. Judge Veal say if I don't pay, she gonna make me stay. I ain't trying to stay. I don't want to see no more judges. I don't want no huggers. I don't want no grudges. And if you don't know what I said, then you ain't West Side. I pimpin', player, peace.
First of all, I want to thank Judge Veal for hearing my case and getting me some damages. Hopefully I don't have to wait forever to get them like I was waiting for this guy's service. Try to stop the violence and not put a hand on the black man. But this some type of instances that you have to resort to when the court can't come through for us. I was against that. I thank the judge for helping me out, but if I have to wait too long, I don't think we'll be back in court to be a hospital bill, and not mine.